that's kind of where I am with everything. Like I said, I did spiral the last few days, and I reached out trying to find any little way to reach out and just get my thoughts out. Sometimes I would try to like write it in a journal and not send, but like that passionate part of me, that anxious part of me just felt like I have to send this, I have to get this out, and the feelings kind of took over a little bit and overpowered and got the best of me, and I did, like I said, reach out and spiraled a bit. um just angry, said some things that I meant and probably didn't mean, but I don't even know if they went through or not. But either way, like, I sent it. Probably shouldn't have, but I did. So um what else I did, over the past week, I was able to establish care with a new primary care provider. Because the last one I had, she was, I don't know, like, I don't know if she was just overwhelmed by the number of patients she was seeing, but I didn't feel like I was getting the best care and the best treatment that I needed. Um, but this primary care provider that I saw to establish care on the first visit, I pretty much just gave her the same backstory, everything that happened to me within the last 6 to 8 months, and just everything that's been going on, the medicines that I just started taking. And they just keep saying, this is what it is. Like, this is what it is. This is a normal part of the process. Like, you're grieving, had a lot of traumatic events happen. But it's just like, I just want it all to go away. Like, I'm ready to feel whole and at peace again. When I was in North Carolina, I might have struggled a little bit, but I felt at peace. Like, I was finding myself again. I did still have some feelings of anger, resentment, and hope. Resolving things, or whatever you want to call it. In the back of my mind, that's why I said I don't feel like I really was healing. I was, but, and I was finding myself, but I wasn't, in the sense, at the same time. So yeah. And outside of the primary care provider, I did also see my GYN and let her know that, I wanted to revisit the conversation about spironolactone, the medicine that helps with like the PCOS related acne and acne symptoms. Just because I want to, like, you know, get that flawless skin that I had, when I was a baby, like, but better. And I just want this to, like, go away. And I'm on tretinoin now, and I've kind of documented that process as well, but just doing my own research and my experience in dermatology, and based on what my GYN recommended previously, it's probably going to take a combination of a medication regimen to kind of, suppress and clear things up. So when I went to see my GYN, pretty much she wanted to start me on Yaz first, the birth control Yaz, which I was very apprehensive about, just because when I was on birth control before, I don't know, I can't really say if that played a part in me gaining a lot of weight, or if it was because all the Plan Bs I was popping. I don't know. But I was apprehensive about starting it, just because of like all the reviews and side effects, doing my own research and seeing people saying their hair was falling out and stuff like that. But after talking about it and looking at the clinical and the science behind it to back what my body needs, just because I have a few indicators of PCOS. It's not crazy, but it's a few indicators. Like, I've been changed my diet and completely altered some of my eating habits. And I'm a Pilates girl. I exercise, I run, so I don't deal with like any of the weight and metabolism symptoms, or I don't have any thyroid issues. I just have 2 PCOS indicators, and the Yaz is gonna help with like the excessive hair growth, like on neck and chin. And it's not like severe, but it's just, an insecurity that I have, and it's like around my jawline and my neck and my back. I think the back acne, I think that really came from running and sweating so much, because that is a part of the PCOS. And that just, not showering immediately after, not doing correct skincare and body care, that kind of like activated more of those like stressors of PCOS. So anyways, what I'm saying is the Yaz is supposed to help